Hey there, folks. Welcome back to yet another episode of Kurn's Guild Spotlight. This is episode 27. Today's guild is CFT. They are an alliance guild on the US Sargeras server, and you can find them at cft-guild.com. That is cft-guild.com. And as always, you can just click right through to their website in the description below. Normally, I ask, who is CFT, or who is this guild, and what are they doing? Today's first question was actually, what does CFT stand for? Because I was curious, and I thought you might be curious too. So after some Twitter discussion, I discovered that CFT is an acronym that originally stood for 'cause F them, and has since become sort of malleable, and it has stood for cute effing turtles, cute freaking turtles, and other such things as that. So it's dynamic, and I kind of enjoy that. That's kind of fun. Alright, so now that we sort of know what CFT stands for, who are they? They are a 10-man semi-hardcore raiding guild. They recently moved from Suramar to Sargeras. They're currently 4 of 13 hard modes in tier 15. They have a dedicated group of core raiders, including names that some people might recognize, such as Ariel, Risi, and Fask. Fask actually even has an in-game item named for him, Fask's Preserved Boots. And you can catch more from these players on the Team Waffle podcast and at the Inconspicuous Bear website. So that's teamwafflecast.com and theinkbear.com. That's theincbear.com. When does CFT raid? They raid on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 5 to 8 Pacific, which is 7 to 10 Central, which is server time, and 8 to 11 Eastern, so all pretty standard times. They also have a Guild LFR on Saturday afternoons and challenge modes on Sunday afternoons, so that might be something that you might be interested in. What are they looking for? They're looking for one of a Resto Druid with a viable balance off spec, or of course a Resto Shaman with a viable elemental off spec. They're also looking for 2 of Warlock Mage, Elemental Shaman. Of course, they're looking for Resto Shaman and Warlocks. Like, these are the 2 most sought after classes, I think, that people are looking for right now. It's kind of crazy. Let's talk a little bit about Sargeras. It's a PvP CST server. Do not be afraid that it's a PvP server. We'll get into that in just a sec. It's a huge server. It's the 9th largest in the US region with over 167,000 characters. And this is why you should not be afraid of it being a PvP server. There is over 141,000 of those 167,000 characters that are Alliance, and only 25,000 Horde. Now, I rarely feel badly for the Horde, but I feel bad for them on Sargeras. Holy cow. That's really... wow, not good odds. I would hate to be Horde on Sargeras, and thankfully CFT is Alliance. Even more interestingly, there's over 270 guilds raiding in tier 15 right now, and only one of them, like, you can go look this up on WoW Progress, I'm not kidding, one of them is a Horde guild. So again, more sympathy for the Horde. I don't know what's happening to me. This is very awkward. Anyway, of these 270 guilds, 115 of them are in Heroic Throne of Thunder. So this is a really thriving server. It's also the home of Midwinter, which is ranked as the 7th best guild in the Western regions. They've gone obviously 13 of 13, and there's 3 other guilds who have done so as well. So really a hop-in server, if you will. Once again, CFT is looking for one of a Resto Druid or Shaman with a caster off spec. They are looking for you to be the 3rd healer and switch hitter for the DPS when you need to put out that DPS. They're also looking for 2 of a Warlock, a Mage, or an Elemental Shaman. They raid on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays from 5 to 8 Pacific, 7 to 10 server, 8 to 11 Eastern. It's a thriving server, and you would get to play with well-known players and theory crafters such as Ariel, Risi, and Fask. You can find them, of course, at cft-guild.com. That'll do it for today's episode of Kurn's Guild Spotlight. You can follow me on Twitter at kurnmogh, at KURNMOGH. You can check out my blog at kern.apotheosis-now.com and my upcoming guide site at kern.info. Thanks so much for watching. Tune in again tomorrow for yet another episode of Kurn's Guild Spotlight.